Okay, Monday, 24th of November, 2025. So, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Outrunning at the Overton window. Frontrunning the Zeitgeist. One interesting thing that I do, and I did a video about this in the past, Dragnet, taking as much information as possible, filter it, study it, analyze it, comb it, study it to the nth degree to find meta patterns, ideas, strategies, principles, heuristics, rules of thumb, etc. Because I realized that by doing this, we increase the chances of future proofing anything business, life, strategies, you name it, anything of the sort. Because fundamentally, what we need to do at a deep level in life is we need to front run the zeitgeist, front run the Overton window, because as things change in society and the macro level, we should not, we can't afford to be short sighted, meaning things change. We wake up one day and realize things have changed and it just happened without us realizing it. It just slowly shifted. I was watching an interesting video from 2010, and it's fascinating how the Overton window, meaning that conversation back then was considered ludicrous, yet today it's considered quite mild. And some things have already happened as well in that time as well, over the 15 years. And yet people who were not at the zeitgeist or watching the Overton window or studying it or analysing it in infinite detail, because there's no limit to how much you can study and learn and analyse and dissect and how many heuristics you can come up with, they would have been short-sighted. They would not have known what's happened, just what is going on here. And that, in a sense of over the next 15, 30 years, as what we imagine is impossible, incomprehensible, or absurd today, might be considered palatable in 15 years, but in 30 years it could be considered common sense. It's that great subjectivity of life, as in what's normal, it's moral relativism, to use a nice fancy phrase, meaning what is accepted today was not 100 years ago and may not be in 100 years from now, and everything else in between. So we need to be conscious of where the world is going, the Overton window, in many aspects: culture, society, finance, politics, fashion, you name it, standards, movies, music. Again, there's no limit. It's just a question of time, really, and studying all these things, so as not to get blindsided. So as things change slowly, day by day, things change. Because on a rolling 15-year basis, it's subtle. On a rolling 30-year basis, it's night and day. As things change, we change with it. We stay ahead of the curve. We're not getting surprised by what happens in the world. That's powerful. And if we're not surprised, then, we adjust for these things. We integrate it somehow into the standards, ideas, business models, expectations, hedging, protection, you name it. The more we are aware, of reality, or the more we are aware of the future, the fewer mistakes we may make, or the fewer attack vectors we create, or we disclose, or we reveal, or the fewer attack vectors we expose ourselves to, we could even say. Very powerful, powerful and important for future-proofing everything. Yes. Be ahead of the zeitgeist. Even you could say at a fancy level, data mine the dissident opinions, the dissident ideas, not just as the bell curve of ideas, really, over here, over there, and the mainstream. Analyze it all, have this extreme objectivity and analyze it. The maths, the physics, the logic, the impacts, second order consequences, the meta pattern, the meta strategy, the direction, the logic and beyond, the rationale beyond, to take in all these ideas like a big amalgamation of first principles and act accordingly. Because the more first principles we have, the more we can basically predict the future, arguably. But that's a little poetic, but meaning we will be surprised about fewer things, because we know if this continues, that's probably going to happen. Monte Carlo simulation. If that continues, that will probably happen. If this changes, that will probably happen. That, but on the grand scale, on any different thing, material sciences, the future of USB cables, you name it, what's going to happen? Powerful stuff. Very important. Very, very important for future-proofing and not to be blindsided. But otherwise, Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.